There is a presence lingering over the sprawling mansion in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's not a traditional ghost, but it's felt in every awkward pause, every sudden outburst from Kody, and every anxious glance Robyn throws at the cameras. It's the shadow of the one person who saw the collapse coming before anyone else, Logan Brown. For years, the story has been simple. Logan grew up, went to college, sought privacy, and moved on. That's the tidy, corporate-approved version the show and family want you to believe. But if you look closer at the footage they buried, at the whispers from early production crew members, a darker truth emerges. Logan didn't just leave. He was systematically erased. He was the first casualty of Robyn's quiet war on the Brown family. He was the son who became a threat, the one who had to vanish to preserve the illusion of a happy, functioning polygamous household. Evidence, insider accounts, and microanalysis of early episodes suggest Logan was the steady hand behind the family's chaos. Kody was erratic, bouncing from room to room, creating upheaval. Logan, by contrast, woke before dawn to prepare breakfast, managed schedules, and kept the household running. He was more than a teenager. He was the family's general. Janelle worked long hours, Christine struggled with her children, Mary was isolated. Logan was the glue holding it all together. Imagine sacrificing your childhood to maintain the household, only to have your father bring in a new wife who changes everything. From the moment Robyn arrived, attention, time, money, and resources shifted. Logan, perceptive and analytical, noticed. Early footage from Season 2, around the move to Las Vegas, hints at an unseen conflict. There may have been a scene filmed but never aired, a massive confrontation between Logan and Kody. Even without it, Logan's expressions tell the story. During family meetings, while others nodded or looked confused, Logan's face displayed disbelief. In one scene, while Robyn cries over a wedding dress and secrets, Logan looks at his father, silently asking, "Are you seeing this? Are you falling for this?" The first major issue was resources. Logan was effectively the family CFO. He tracked groceries, budgets, and household logistics. When Robyn entered with debt and additional demands, Logan saw the financial strain immediately. He questioned the siphoning of funds, especially for Robyn's lifestyle, which diverted resources from the original family. He refused to participate in the charade that everything was fine. His disengagement marked the start of a slow withdrawal, a protest against a system he had helped build and that was now being undermined. Robyn didn't just displace the wives. She displaced the authority Logan held. He was a competent figure, a mirror showing Kody's weakness. Logan's existence threatened her control. There are reports of a pivotal confrontation, possibly during the planning of a family event. When Logan gave Kody an ultimatum, he would not pretend that Robyn's rival was a blessing, when it was a curse. Logan became the only child to completely remove himself from the family's TV narrative. He is blurred out in the background of images, not out of shyness, but as a form of protest. The move to Las Vegas marked a turning point. Logan confronted his father about the family finances, noticing the tuition funds being diverted to Robyn's emergency needs. He realized the family's financial house was sinking. This was not typical teenage rebellion. It was the calculated action of someone who had spent years managing the household. Robyn's use of a nanny further insulted Logan's efforts. For years, he had cared for his siblings without payment. Her insistence on outside help sent a message: Logan's sacrifice was irrelevant. The alleged garage fight between Logan and Kody remains the most significant event in this narrative. Sources suggest Logan confronted his father privately, pointing out favoritism and mismanagement. Kody likely reacted with anger, calling Logan disloyal. That confrontation severed their relationship emotionally. Logan went to UNLV not merely to study, but to distance himself from the family structure while staying close to his mother. He stopped being the orchestrator of the household. Without him, chaos followed. Logan's education further amplified the divide. He earned an MBA studying accounting, ethics, and corporate structure, giving him the tools to understand the family's financial mismanagement. The showrunners, aware of what he knew, avoided giving him airtime. Every season, Logan's presence diminished. Kody could not tolerate comparison to his son, whose competence highlighted his own shortcomings. When Logan's wedding to Michelle occurred, it was deliberately off camera. Logan denied the show content, denying Kody the spotlight he craved. Kody had to witness the event as a guest, powerless. Meanwhile, Logan lived a successful, stable life outside the polygamous chaos, quietly demonstrating that leaving the system produced healthier, happier outcomes. Logan also acted as a guide for his younger siblings. Through private channels, he helped them navigate the fallout from their father and Robyn. He taught them boundaries, the power of refusal, and how to preserve dignity. He became a mentor, the shadow patriarch, giving the antidote to the gaslighting they had endured. The absence of Logan from legal and inheritance documents further highlights his estrangement. Kody attempted to use property and trust structures to compel loyalty, but Logan refused the bait. He avoided entrapment, securing his own future while exposing Kody's manipulations through his absence. Kody's subtle attempts to gain Logan's attention through jewelry, clothing, and televised monologues are all signals aimed at the son who refuses to engage. Logan's indifference, not anger, infuriates Kody most. Michelle's presence reinforces Logan's autonomy. She respects the original family, supports Logan's decisions, and refuses to bow to Kody's whims, further undermining Robyn's control. Today, the family dynamic is starkly different. The original household has fragmented. Kody and Robyn remain in their mansion, isolated, clinging to appearances. Logan and Michelle, meanwhile, have recreated the family's energy in a healthy, sustainable way. Holidays, gatherings, and traditions occur under Logan's guidance, emphasizing genuine connection instead of performance. Logan has become the unseen force, the strategist, the silent authority. He holds knowledge that could topple narratives, but he chooses discretion. His absence is more powerful than his presence ever was. He is the son who saw the collapse coming, who tried to warn the family, and who walked away before the destruction could reach him. Kody's failures are written in Logan's absence. Every televised argument, every tearful confession, every mismanaged event is a reminder of the one person who left and thrived. Because he understood the truth all along. Logan Brown didn't just leave the show. He won the game. The audience respects him. His siblings respect him. His mothers respect him. Even Robyn, quietly, respects the threat he represents. He is the living proof of Kody's mistakes, the measure of what was lost, and the guardian of the family's untold truths. A strange presence seems to haunt the massive mansion in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's not a ghost you can see, but it's there in the tension-filled silences. In Kody's erratic outbursts and in the wary glances Robyn shoots toward the cameras. That presence is Logan Brown, the one person who recognized the family's collapse before anyone else did. For years, the narrative has been simple and sanitized. Logan grew up, went off to college, sought privacy, and moved on. That's the tidy story the show and the family want viewers to believe. But a closer look at overlooked footage, whispers from early production crews, and subtle interactions reveals a far more complicated reality. Logan didn't simply leave. He was carefully written out. He was the first casualty of Robyn's quiet but deliberate reshaping of the family dynamic. He was the son who became too competent, too aware, too much of a threat to the carefully crafted illusion of a harmonious polygamous household. From the beginning, Logan was the anchor amid chaos. Kody ran from room to room, scattered schedules, and emotional upheaval, while Logan woke at dawn to make breakfast, managed the household, and kept everything running. He wasn't just a teenager, he was the de facto leader. Janelle worked long hours, Christine was overwhelmed raising her children, and Mary remained isolated. Logan held it all together. Imagine giving up your own youth to take care of a dozen siblings, only to have your father bring in a new wife who shifts attention, money, and resources away from the family you've been supporting. Logan, sharp and analytical even as a teen, noticed the imbalance immediately. Footage from season 2, around the move to Las Vegas, hints at tensions that were never aired. There are rumors of a confrontation between Logan and Kody that was filmed but never shown. Even without that missing scene, Logan's expressions speak volumes. During family meetings, while others nodded along, Logan's face betrayed disbelief. In one moment, as Robyn cried over a wedding dress and her secret, Logan glanced at his father, silently asking, "Are you really falling for this?" The tension wasn't just emotional, it was financial. Logan had effectively been the family's CFO. He knew every grocery budget, every school expense, every detail of the household logistics. When Robyn entered the family with her own debts and demands, the numbers didn't add up. Logan noticed the shift immediately. He saw resources being siphoned away from the siblings he had cared for to fund Robyn's lifestyle and ambitions. It wasn't teenage rebellion. It was a calculated awareness of betrayal. Logan watched as his father drove hours to court a new wife who brought new responsibilities, 3 more mouths to feed, and a lifestyle the original wives had never anticipated. He realized that the stability he had fought to create was being dismantled piece by piece. And he knew that speaking up would put him directly in conflict with both Kody and Robyn over time. Logan's demeanor changed. He stopped volunteering. He stopped smiling as much. He became a silent observer, calculating, watching the chaos unfold. This wasn't just frustration, it was strategic detachment. He understood that his father's loyalty was not to the family but to the illusion of control. And Robin's rise in power only reinforced that. Logan's intelligence and maturity made him a threat, not a son. His competence mirrored Kody's weaknesses, highlighting them for everyone to see. The introduction of paid childcare was another blow. Logan had spent years acting as a free caretaker, nurturing and guiding his siblings. Robin's insistence on hiring outside help, on isolating her children from the system Logan had built, was a message: your way of raising children isn't good enough. Logan realized that his sacrifices, his careful planning, his years of dedication were being dismissed. This was the moment the emotional fracture widened and he began to withdraw. The so-called missing fight, the one never aired, likely occurred during this period. Insider accounts suggest it was a confrontation about respect and loyalty, about resources and authority. Logan, seeing the family unravel and his father enabling Robin's control, drew a line. He refused to participate in the charade. That decision, that act of quiet defiance, marked the beginning of his slow removal from the show's narrative. Logan didn't leave because he wanted to abandon his family. He left to protect himself, to step away from a system that had become toxic and exploitative. And as he removed himself, the family structure began to crumble. Without Logan's guidance, chaos intensified. Kody's ego prevented him from asking for help, and Logan's pride kept him from stepping back in. Logan's departure didn't just affect day-to-day life, it shifted the entire family dynamic. He went to UNLV not simply to attend college, but to establish distance while still keeping an eye on his mother, Chanel. Emotionally, he was divorcing his father. He was stepping out of the role of the family organizer, the mediator, the steadying force. Without him, the family began to unravel. The one-house presentation faltered, moves were chaotic, and Kody struggled to maintain control. Logan had been the glue, and once he left, the cracks became impossible to ignore. As Logan advanced in his education, earning a business degree and later an MBA, he began to see the family through a sharper lens. He understood the financial structures, the liabilities, the inequities. What had once been a chaotic household now appeared as a system designed to benefit Kody and Robin, at the expense of the others. The unpaid labor of raising siblings, the careful budgeting, the sacrifices. Logan saw them all as part of a reality TV construct that enriched the wrong people. This awareness made him even more of a threat. Unlike Garrison or Gabriel, whose conflicts are emotional, Logan's was strategic and grounded in logic. He knew the financial truths that could dismantle the carefully maintained illusion. That's why Kody avoids criticizing him. Logan's silence isn't submission. It's a calculated choice. He doesn't need the show. He doesn't need validation. He simply lives outside the system that once tried to control him. And that indifference is far more infuriating to Kody than anger or defiance ever could be. The erasure of Logan from the show was deliberate. As the seasons progressed, his screen time dwindled. His interviews stopped. The editors removed him from the narrative, not entirely by his choice, but because Kody's ego couldn't tolerate the comparison. Every responsible, thoughtful action by Logan highlighted what Kody lacked. The show needed chaos, not competence. Logan's presence was incompatible with the storyline they wanted to sell. Yet Logan remained visible in subtle ways: graduation ceremonies, family gatherings, but always on his own terms. His wedding to Michelle, deliberately kept off camera, was a calculated move. Logan denied the cameras access, forcing Kody to attend as a guest, not as the center of attention. For once, Kody had no audience, no validation, no chance to reclaim authority. Observers noted the awkwardness. Logan had reclaimed the power he had sacrificed for years, quietly and decisively. Even as Logan stepped back from the spotlight, his influence on the family remained. He became the guiding force for his younger brothers, Hunter, Garrison, and Gabe, a shadow patriarch, quietly teaching them how to navigate the chaos Kody and Robin created. There are rumors of group chats, strategies, and guidance, all orchestrated by Logan from a distance. When the younger sons needed advice or a voice of reason, it was Logan they turned to. He became their strategist, their mentor, the one helping them survive without ever appearing on camera. Meanwhile, Kody and Robin continued to try to assert control. They attempted to manipulate appearances, to engineer scenarios where Logan might be drawn back into the family dynamic. But Logan remained disciplined. He had learned the power of neutrality and indifference. He gave nothing, no drama, no outrage, no ammunition. This continued refusal to engage only amplified Kody's frustration. Every attempt to bait him was met with calm detachment, a mirror reflecting Kody's failures back at him without a word. The question of inheritance and property adds another layer. Public records and insider reports suggest Kody has been restructuring assets to favor loyalty to Robin and her children. Logan, with his knowledge and foresight, likely recognized this early and advised his mother, Chanel, to protect her share. The old system, which once relied on him to manage resources and maintain fairness, was now being hijacked, but Logan's foresight ensured he would not be trapped. He purchased his own home, away from the family compound, securing financial independence while leaving Kody's plans to unravel. Even subtle signals in recent seasons point to Kody's desperation for Logan's attention. Jewelry, accessories. His posture analysts have suggested that Kody's attempts to project power and success were aimed at Logan. It was an invitation, a silent challenge: come back, engage, be part of this world again. But Logan's discipline, his gray rock approach, kept him untouchable. He chose indifference over conflict, autonomy over control. And then there's Michelle. She isn't just Logan's wife. She's his partner in strategy. Observers believe she helped him see the full extent of the family's dysfunction and encouraged his independence. Where Robin attempts manipulation and control, Michelle offers reason and support. She shields Logan from unnecessary conflict while reinforcing his boundaries. This dynamic only highlights the contrast between Logan's life and the household he left behind. Stability, autonomy, and respect versus chaos, control, and resentment. Ultimately, Logan's story is one